everyone, a warm welcome to the ninth part of problems in wave equation. We solved the wave equation by variable separable technique and its link is, we got the solution as y of xt is equal to c1 cos px plus c2 sin px into c3 cos cpt plus c4 sin cpt. Here c1, c2, c3, c4 and p are arbitrary constants. We can find these constants by applying its boundary and initial conditions. If L is the length of the string, then boundary conditions are y of 0t equal to 0 and y of lt equal to 0. Also, if the initial position of the string is f of x and the initial velocity is g of x, then initial conditions are y of x0 equal to f of x, dou y by dou t at t equal to 0 is g of x. By applying its boundary and initial conditions, we got the solution of wave equation as y of xt is equal to sigma n1 to infinity sin n pi x by l into a n cos n pi ct by l plus b n sin n pi ct by l. Here we can find a n by using the equation a n is equal to 2 by l integral 0 to l fx sin n pi x by l dx. Also bn is 2 by n pi c integral 0 to l gx sin n pi x by l dx. Really, y of xt is the displacement at any point on the string at a distance x from the origin and at any time t. We have to find y of xt when fx or gx or both are given. See, in this video, I am going to solve a problem in which both fx and gx are given. Let me start. Consider the problem. A tightly stretched string with the fixed endpoints x equal to 0 and x equal to l is initially in a position given by y of x0 equal to x for 0 less than x less than l by 2. It is l minus x for l by 2 less than x less than l. And each of its points is given the velocity dou y by dou t at t equal to 0 is x into l minus x, 0 less than x less than l. Find the displacement y of xt.
Clearly, length of the string is L, so we can write its boundary conditions. Y of 0t equal to 0 and y of lt equal to 0 at any time t. Next, we have to write its initial position, and it is given by y of x0 equal to fx. Here fx is x l minus x for 0 less than x less than l by 2 and for l by 2 less than x less than l. And the initial velocity dou y by dou t at t equal to 0. It is denoted by g of x, and it is given in the question that it is x into l minus x for 0 less than x less than l. Next, we have to apply these conditions in the solution of the wave equation given by y of xt is equal to c1 cos px plus c2 sin px into c3 cos cpt plus c4 sin cpt. That is equation number 1. By applying equation number A in 1, we have to write y of 0t. You put x equal to 0, so this term is c1 plus this term is 0. c3 cos cpt, see in this term there is no x. c4 sin cpt equal to, that is c1 into c3 cos cpt plus c4 sin cpt. See, this is our y of 0t. By condition A, y 0t equal to 0, which implies c1 into c3 cos cpt plus c4 sin cpt equal to 0, which implies c1 equal to 0. You put c1 in equation number 1. We have y of xt is equal to c2 sin px into c3 cos cpt plus c4 sin cpt. Next, we have to apply condition B. For that, we have to write y of lt. See, y of lt. In this, you put x equal to l. See, in this, you can see only x here. There, you put x equal to l. So, c2 sin pl C3 cos CPT plus C4 sin CPT. Given y of ft is 0, which implies this equal to 0. This implies, as I mentioned earlier in previous videos, you can see sin PL is 0, which implies PL is equal to n pi for n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Next you put, see our unknown is P, so P is n pi by L. You put P equal to n pi by L in equation number 2. Our latest solution of the wave equation is given by equation number 2. See in 2, when P is n pi, you can see y of x t is C2 sin n pi x by L, C3 cos C n pi t by L plus C4 sin C n pi t by L for n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. As I mentioned in the previous videos, we can't take n equal to 0. And again, by putting n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., we can write the general solution as y of xt is equal to 4 as sigma n 1 to infinity sin n pi x by L an cos cn pi t by L plus bn sin cn pi t by L. Next, we have to find the unknowns in this y of xt, an and bn. An is given by the equation 2 by m integral 0 to L fx sin n pi x by L dx. Bn is 2 by n pi c integral 0 to L gx sin n pi x by L dx. Okay. These coefficients are determined from the Fourier sine series. So here both sine terms. This is our equation number 3. fx and gx are given by like this. We have to find an. So an is equal to 2 by L integral 0 to L fx. See, we have to integrate from 0 to L. But fx is given as x in the intervals 0 L by 2 and L by 2 to L it is L by L minus x. So integral 0 to L should be split into the form integral 0 to L by 2 then integral L by 2 to L. So A is integral 0 to L by 2, here fx is x sin n pi x by L dx plus integral L by 2 to L minus x sin n pi x by L dx. Next, we have to integrate these two terms by shortcut method. Not by the shortcut method which I explained in the previous videos. So for the shortcut method, you start with the polynomial sign alternating sign. You will write its derivative here. Next, you consider the second function. You write its integral, that is cos minus cos n pi x by L by n pi by L. You write its integral here. It is minus sin n pi x by L by n square pi square by L square from 0 to L by 2. Now its integration is over. After simplifying the signs and putting the limits, you will get value of this integral. Plus, for integrating this product, you start with the polynomial L minus x. You write its successive derivatives by assigning alternating sign. Here its derivative is minus 1. You consider the second term, you write its integral here. It is minus cos n pi x by L by n pi by L. That is minus sin n pi x by L by n square pi square by L square from L by 2 to L. Before applying the limits, you simplify the terms. That is minus L by n pi x cos n pi x by L. Here it is plus L square by n square pi square sin n pi x by L from 0 to L by 2 plus, you adjust this negative here, so it becomes x minus L. Then here the term L by n pi cos n pi x by L minus L square by n square pi square sine n pi x by L from L by 2 to L. While putting the limits, you keep in your mind, sin n pi is 0, cos n pi is minus 1 raised to n, sin n pi by 2 and cos n pi by 2, we keep these two terms as that term itself. You have to keep these equations in your mind, 2 by n. When x is L by 2, it is L square by 2n pi cos n pi L by 2, so cos n pi by 2, right? Plus L square by n square pi square. When x is L by 2, you can see the sin n pi by 2. L will cancel each other. Next, for getting the lower limits, we put x equal to 0. When x equal to 0, this term is 0. Here sin 0 is 0. Plus, how to put the lower limit L by 2? You put x equal to L by 2 here. You can see this L by 2 minus L, that is minus L by 2. So, minus L square by 2n pi cos n pi by 2 minus when x is L by 2, it is L by 2. Then L will cancel each other. So it becomes cos n pi by 2 minus L square by n square pi square. When x is L, you can see L will cancel and the term is sin n pi by 2. See, by putting the upper and lower limits, whenever you see cos n pi by 2 and sin n pi by 2, then you have to keep that terms as that term itself. Next, we have to simplify this 2 by L minus L square by 2n pi cos n pi by 2 plus L square by n square pi square sin n pi by 2 plus minus minus plus L square by 2n pi cos n pi by 2 plus minus minus plus L square by n square pi square sin n pi by 2. See, in this you can see these two terms will cancel each other and these two terms will add up. And so, you can see AN is, what is AN? AN is 2 by L, 2 into L square by n square pi square sin n pi by 2. That is 4L by n square pi square sin n pi by 2. Similarly, next we have to find Bn. Bn is given by the equation 2 by n pi c integral 0 to L gx. See, this is our Bn. And gx is given by x into L minus x sin n pi x by L dx. That is 2 by n pi c integral 0 to L xl minus x square into sin n pi x by L dx. For integrating, we have to apply the shortcut method. For that, we start with the polynomial, that is xl minus x square. Next you assign alternating sign starting with the plus sign. You write its successive derivative. Its derivative is L minus 2x. Here it is minus 2. You consider the second term. You write its integral here. Minus cos n pi x by L by n pi by L. You write its integral, that is minus sin n pi x by L by n square pi square by L square. You write its integral here. Its integral sign is minus cos, so minus minus will plus, and it is cos n pi x by L by n cube pi cube by L cube, and its limit is from 0 to L. See, its integration is over. Next, before substituting the limits, we have to simplify the signs. So it is 2 by n pi c. You adjust the negative sign here, so the polynomial becomes x square minus lx. N pi by L, it becomes L by n pi cos n pi x by L, it is plus L square by n square pi square L minus 2x sin n pi x by L minus 2 L cube by n cube pi cube into cos n pi x by L from 0 to L. Next we have to put the upper limit L. It is 2 by n pi c L by n pi. When x is L, you can see this term is 0. So the term completely 0 plus. When n is L, x is L, this term is sin n pi. You know sin n pi is 0. So this term is also 0. When x is L, it is cos n pi and it has a non-zero value and it is minus 1 raised to n. Minus of. Next we have to substitute the lower limit. When x is 0, you can see this term is 0. When x is 0, sin 0, it is 0. When x is 0, cos 0, it is 1. So minus 2L cube by n cube by cube. That is 2 by n pi c. It is, we wish to start with a positive term here plus sign. 2L cube by n cube by cube minus 1 raised to n 2L cube by n cube by cube. You can take the common factor 2L cube by n cube by cube outside. So it is 4L cube by n raised to 4 pi raised to 4 c into 1 minus 1 raised to n. See, this is our Bn. So we have An and Bn is given by this one. You put these values in equation number 3. So y of xt is sigma n1 to infinity sin n pi x by L. An is 4L by n square pi square sin n pi by 2. Here cos Cn pi t by L plus. What is our Bn? You simply put An and Bn here. See, our Bn is 4L cube by n raised to 4 pi raised to 4c into 1 minus 1 raised to n into, see, this is our Bn. Next to write sin Cn pi t by L. See, this is the required displacement at any point on the string.